see the killings of Atiq and Ashraf? That's question number 6 that we asked. Reduced to dust, mitti mein mila diya, say 44% people. Questioning law and order, 16% people. What you sow, so shall you reap, 19% people. Can't say 21%. So 44 plus 19. I don't know if it's such a positive thing, but the fact is that people believe that if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Not really an issue that is finding that little chord. Yes, 16% people believe that, you know, law and order, it does reflect on that. But 44 plus 19, 68% is my math. 63% people. Well, my maths is always a little bit on the tricky side. 63% people believe that, you know, it was just mitti mein mila diya, and you live by the gun, you die by the gun.
Argument works.
Do you think VD Savarkar was a true patriot? That's another issue that Rahul Gandhi has picked up. भाई उन्होंने कहा है मैं गांधी हूँ सावरकर नहीं. How many people in India believe that he is a true patriot? Yes, say 57% he is a true patriot. No, say 20%. Partially is 8%, so that makes it 65% people in this country believe that Savarkar is a patriot. Can't say 15%. Actually, even this issue goes against Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Mamata and Nitish capable to prevent clashes during Hindu festivals? That's the question that has been asked. There's no will to do so, say 26%. They can prevent, say 29%. Don't act on these issues because it helps them in polls, say 20%. And 25% say can't say. So dubious record there as well. No will to stop this 26%, and don't act because it benefits them in polls. So that's the polarization that only the BJP is charged with. Question number 9, do you see politics over crackdown on, how do you see politics over crackdown on corruption and use of agencies? Unnecessary politics, say 30% people. Corrupt are scared, 32%. Attempt to create political pressure by the BJP, say 14%. Can't say 24%. So clearly it is about 62% people plus 62% people who believe that this is an unnecessary issue that has been raked up by the opposition. And the biggest question that Mr. Rahul Gandhi always asks, that democracy is dying. We asked that question to our respondents. Is democracy and freedom of expression really in trouble in India? Absolutely not, say 41% people. Seemed so many times, 21%. Opposition's perception, say 14%. So that's 55% who don't believe that it's true. Can't say 24%. 10 questions there, and let me ask Dr. Sanjay Jha. Dr. Sanjay Jha, is the Congress party somewhere going wrong in the issues that it's picking up?
Navika, just 2 short points. Number 1, the entire survey will be put to test in a few weeks. We will get to know in Karnataka on May 13th whether the people have really stuck, and I'm talking about people at large, the real voters, not those who have participated in this survey, as to what they really think on all these issues. And I can tell you that answer is going to be a remarkable contrast to what this survey company is currently broadcasting. And my simple point here is this: when I look at the data of 69% of people roughly siding with the Gautam Adani issue, I can tell you that end of day, in 4 weeks, Mr. Adani went from being the 2nd richest man in the world down to below 30s, and that was the people of not just India, but the people of the entire world who agreed that there was something very fishy on the growth of Gautam Adani and his proximity to India's
Have you been able to convince Mr. Sharad Pawar, Dr. Sanjay Jha, before you convince the rest of the country?
Mr. Sharad Pawar is entirely entitled to his own opinion.
Okay.
But I can tell you he cannot, unfortunately, control the Indian or the global stock markets. Okay, that's he's got his fundamental right to his private.
Yeah, but that's what people believe, that it was a strike by the international toolkit, aided and abetted by some people here to do this as a strike to reduce an Indian's wealth. Well, Adani may be a name, doesn't go down well with the Congress party, but it is Indian wealth at the end of the day that got destroyed. How about that question?
Well, Navika, I normally never try and criticize any survey report because it has got its own merits in whatever they have done. But I need to say this very honestly. When I look at some of the data points, I hope the surveyor hasn't done this entire, shall we say, sampling in some secluded part of Nagpur, because I think it looks ridiculously jaundiced and biased.
That's your best defense. Karthik Reddy is smiling there.
He's spectacular is a joke.
Karthik Reddy is smiling, and as is my friend Tanveer Ahmed, both smiling. You're getting smiles from Hyderabad and from Bengaluru.
Only smile, no support. Only smile they'll give him.
Let's find out. Let's find out if the support is accompanying the smile. So Karthik Reddy, why don't you go first? Why are you smiling? Do you think the issues picked up by Mr. Rahul Gandhi are actually avoiding issues of the people and therefore do not find traction?
Navika ji, somehow, somewhere I believe too that Rahul Gandhi picks up quite trivial matters. But that's not the matter I was smiling about. When you were discussing the Adani matter with Sanjay Bhai, and quoting the survey which you just mentioned about, it kind of brought a chuckle to my face, because somewhere I believe we Indians are trusting the Adani Corporation more than Gautam Adani himself. The reason I say this, Mr. Gautam Adani has threatened to go to court against the Hindenburg company and also the Financial Times paper or whatever article they have written. And till to date, he has not filed any legal cases against the two biggest hit jobs that we call against Gautam Adani. We Indians somehow trust the Adani Corporation more than Gautam Adani himself. But again, Navika ji, coming back to the larger picture that we were talking about, the coming elections, let me tell you, history is pestered by a commonality where men had been brought down, defeated by the fallacy of invincibility. I can give you multiple examples. I can give you examples of Hitler himself. I can give you examples of Margaret Thatcher. And recent examples, I can give you examples of Trump, when everybody and all pre-poll surveys believed that Trump would come back. And we all know what happened, how Biden came back. We also know what happened in a few years before when Rajapaksa pushed an election in Sri Lanka, before he came back now, that is, where he lost an election to an absolute nobody. See, Navika ji, I can also give an example of Vajpayee ji, when you remember the India Shining campaign, where everyone believed that BJP would come back, the NDA would come back. See, Navika ji, history has many stories like this, where men have been fallen by the fallacy of invincibility. Another point I like to add, Navika ji, a large portion of Modi ji's popularity and invincibility is because of the Congress party.